Hello Internet! Welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn. This is episode 37 and I am Coop52. Last time we did some side quests and today we're going to be doing the next story quest, which is Deep Secrets of the Earth, where we're going to go to the Zero Dawn facility. So let's head over there. Oops, I don't want that campfire. No, I don't want to do that. While it's loading, I have changed my recording situation somewhat. I finally broke down and bought a capture card, and got the PS5 hooked up to the computer with it, and started recording in OBS, which will hopefully reduce the editing time. And I won't have to worry about the onboard timer anymore on the PS5 recording, because you only can record 1 hour max at a time. Ooh. Let's head over to the quest marker. So once you start this quest, it does lock you into this quest and the next quest. And both of them combined are about 2 hours. So I don't recommend starting this unless you are like good and ready to be sort of stuck. What are we going again? Oh, I don't know. Okay. No, that's a fire kiln route. So where we're headed is called Sunfall. This is where all the shadow cards are hanging out. If you remember a few quests ago, we did that one side quest with the dude and the sword, and the sword got stolen, but the guy that stole it to sell it to get money to feed peasants around Sunfall. That's what this is. We're about to head to the peasants now.
Sunfall. The Mad King Jiran's summer palace. A bulwark of Carja might against the howling Forbidden West.
Thanks for the history lesson.
But they have no idea what lies beneath. We will learn much from this Aloy.
That's what I'm hoping.
Okay, so this is the area with all the peasants. It doesn't look that great. We've got some soldiers training over here. There's a guy with a side quest over here. We're gonna come back later and come pick that up.
These aren't goods, they're necessities.
Let's take a pit stop to our merchant. And get our free sample. Is there anything we got to sell? No, I don't think so. Alright then, let's head up here.
The submarine rig. Proud tradition.
It's not like this in Meridian. At least.
So there's a behemoth. And they're antagonizing it and getting their asses kicked, it looks like. I don't know why they're antagonizing that behemoth, but Whatever. We're going to
Now we get
go
to
up
see
here.
your attack on their focus network was entirely successful.
What are you talking about? Did I crash the network or not?
In theory, all should be well.
It shouldn't be a theoretical thing. It should be it is or it isn't. Anyway, let's go over here and get some loot.
Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment. In the meantime, circulate.
Behemoth's still going.
Look, if this
Outlanders! If you want to hear about today's bounties, head for the throne room. You're not going to make any shards by standing out here. Filthy mercenary bottom feeders.
I'll take the shards, even if it means having to listen to Bahavas.
I hear the Shadow
Suppose it's
Cards
not
are looking for one of their own. Should pay well.
Let's just follow these dudes in here.
Remember your place, stranger.
By the glory of the sun revealed. Behold, radiant Edaman, the one true Sun King, the light in shadow, whose will is light and whose light is law!
I command Lucius Bahavas to speak in my behalf.
By the will of radiant Edaman does the sun glare down mercilessly upon the traitor Uthid. To the hunter who brings his head to us shall go a bounty of 500 shards.
More prisoners than royalty, don't you think? Love your hair. You and I need to chat, little huntress. The green tent down in Shadowside. I'll be waiting.
Kind of busy.
We both know you're no killer for hire. Uthid is innocent. So come see me while there's still time to save him.
So, the way in I spoke of is right behind you.
You've got to be kidding.
Not at all. And you needn't worry about the Kestrels. They'll be too busy acting important to pay attention to you.
First time in the Citadel, gotta see the sun ring from on high.
Now they want
Oh,
us
the
to sit on our
Kestrels.
hands?
Ah, they
I
want
fear
us
this
to
ceasefire
see this,
is
boy.
news.
It makes
Avad's a
quite an
murderer, after
impression.
all. Are we to take him at his word?
Oh, they were having some sort of other
You're
conversation.
not known to Kikuk's killers. Have any songs been written about you?
Maybe. How about you?
Only laments. We're the enders of songs. Machine spirit or man spark. We stop them all.
Ah, charming.
Warmth is for weakness.
I heard old Bahavas is hiring cutthroats to weed out enemies and traitors.
Nora, you have the mark of a seeker.
It's more complicated than that. I'm an outcast, like you.
Yes. I am Yun. These are the shunned. We'll take any job,
Oh,
but hunting
he's
our
a
hated
long
tribe,
way from home.
that's for free. Keep that in mind.
Why did they cast you out?
Murder. You?
Birth.
I need help. I was old enough to catch her death from chill.
Another Nora outside the sacred land. Banishment is a bitter draft.
This must be some horrible mistake.
Anyhow, let's continue on with the quest.
The balustrade. It's a short drop from there. The balustrade. It's a
Alright,
short
you
drop
have to
from
tell me
there.
twice. Okay, so we gotta make our way across here without dying. Oh, that's not too bad. And then you just make your way downwards.
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
Here we are.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
Okay, so basically this is your kind of sort of point of no return from this mission. Once you go in here, there's no stopping until you get to the end. Like I said, get prepared for like 2 hours of gameplay, which I'm not going to do a 2-hour video. I'll probably cut it somewhere in the middle and do a part 1 and a part 2. Well, let's go. Also because I don't want to sit here and edit 2 hours straight of footage.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobek here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
I underestimated you. So by now,
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Jesus Christ, Silence, calm your ass down. Anywho, we're in the Zero Dawn facility. Yay!
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Okay, so this facility is just absolutely full of data points. Let's read this one. And this is kind of like the reception area. Here's a little reception desk. And another data point. Oops.
I'll tuck that away.
Let's continue.
Please Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
So looks like it couches. More data points. And of course the ubiquitous supply crates. They're like little cubicle things.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
Alright, let's buckle in for a cutscene.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret super-weapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a super-weapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down, the entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
First, we're gonna pick up these mushrooms. So yeah, remember in that data point we got a second ago about they needed more soundproofing and crap? That's because people were understandably freaking out about this cutscene we just saw. Can you imagine you get pulled away and be like, oh yeah, by the way, the world's going to end and there's literally nothing we can do about it. So, yeah. Anywho, let's continue.
Castros. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
Alright. Let me up the ladder, please. Thank you. So yeah, we do have a couple of dudes in here. Got one. And there will be other dudes throughout the facility. See if I can strike this dude from above.
Get the girl.
I don't think I was supposed to be able to do that. I don't think he's strikeable from this angle.
Forget this hole. Find the girl.
It's like, I want you to find this exact pixel to do the strike from above. There we go. Okay. See if I can go around and get this other dude. I don't have the leader strike to get that one dude. See if I can sneak up on him.
Get over here! She's coming!
You don't have any more friends left.
Cut deep! Only a little more. Gonna feel that tomorrow. Ow, ow! That hurt. This is not a shot.
Good. We're too close to let tribal printers stop us now. The data points, what do they contain?
Give me 2 seconds. Let me loot my corpses. Anyway, go get the ones on that other side of the room first and then come back in here.
You previously worked for Pharaoh Automated Systems.
On the Chariot Line self-replication routines? I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
So as we go through the facility, we're gonna keep seeing data points from some of the same people over and over again, kind of like, you know, one of those museums where you get assigned a person to see if they live at the end.
Want to discuss?
So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bubble serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malky was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place? You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
Loot the corpse.
It is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people, they feed off them?
Not just people, all organic matter.
Every living thing, dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution, liquefied. The miracle of life reduced some bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That asshole. Is he here?
No, Doctor. Please.
I just want to punch him in the face. It's awesome.
Now, get off! Get off! Doctor, please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
Alright, let's go in that other room and grab those data points.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
Okay, that dude definitely was not taking it well.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, US Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Hera said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
So here's some guidelines for the counselors. So all the people that were being interviewed are being interviewed by counselors, I guess, to go through kind of what they just saw in that cutscene.
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
Just take one more look around and make sure we got everything. Oh, there's something over here. I guess this is for sneaking around. If you wanted to backstab those dudes a different way. Alright, I think we're good. Let's continue.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life, for us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the Archive of Knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
So yeah, that's like a whole kind of miracle occurred. Like, they only had 18 months to build all this stuff. You can't even really do a phone app in 18 months, but they somehow managed to program a fully sentient AI that can terraform life on Earth. So yeah, let's continue. So essentially what Zero Dawn is they turned Earth off. Well, after Earth got turned off, they're turning it back on again. So let's... So they were herded into another room with counselors and stuff, and they were told to make a decision. So this data points their 3 decisions. They can either participate and work on this project, but then they'll get to live in this place called Elysium afterwards for the remainder of their natural lives. They could go to jail, or they can be put down right then and there like a dog. Yeah. So just think about what your reaction would be if this happened to you, where you were pulled off the street, shown a video saying, oh yeah, by the way, everything you've ever known and loved is going to die in the next 18 months. And then pulled into another room, oh yeah, we're gonna just turn life back on again. It's gonna work. It'll be cool, guys. And you're told, okay, you're gonna have to either participate in this, or be in jail and not have contact with anybody, or choose to die right then and there. So this is still kind of a unique take on this whole world-ending apocalypse thing. I don't know of any other works where we actually lost, essentially. Where everything did die and they had to bring it back again.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves they weren't cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. A better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be, atonement.
Let's go on and kind of poke around and see if there's any more data points. I think there are some behind these couches. Yep.
If you're still nauseous.
No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timo. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry.
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Okay, so that lady apparently couldn't deal.
See to make sure I behave this time?
Security. For your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my own man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. This kind of blue skying, it's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What are you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
You couldn't deal with it either?
Alert. Medical wing inaccessible.
But there's something purple over here. What does that do? Cool. There doesn't really seem to be anything in here. Alright. Back out of here. Jump over a couch. And next room.
Intruder! Get her!
All right.
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Trying not to. Alright. Actually... might use my blast sling to try to blow up the dudes. Okay. Oh. It helps if I equip the weapon. I just was fussing with. Alright. So this has sticky bombs, blast bombs, and proximity bomb. We want a blast bomb. Well, did some damage. How many dang bombs are you only gonna take? This is probably not the most efficient way of doing it. Ooh, he's in my face. Alright, that's all I needed was his little firework gun. Die already! Let's go exploring. Swatch of supplies. Somebody did a point.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art, our what is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Yeah, that's pretty vindicating for everybody that's ever gotten a liberal arts degree. Just tell your parents, oh, it's going to be used to save humanity in the future. When the world ends.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
I love Travis. He's the best of the candidates. That's more of these.
Power's down.
Is there another route?
I've done this before. Just need my focus.
Let me just run through and make sure I didn't miss any data points.
I'd have to ditch something.
It's gross. His body's twitching. Ew. No. I think this is a good place to cut the video, so we're gonna cut this episode into 2 pieces, so I will see y'all in a moment in part 2.